Welcome to the Daves of our lives. The opinions, comments, and views expressed on this podcast do not reflect the opinions or views of Dave, or any other Daves. All comments should be taken as parody and or satire. Thank you for listening. Welcome. We don't know who's introducing.
We don't have a producer. I think it's time we come clean.
We've said this before.
Yeah, well, just for anybody who's never listened before, we don't have a producer, and we don't have a plan.
Yes, those 3 subscribers that are new on YouTube, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah. Dave's
the producer, so whatever you don't like, blame it on Dave.
Always Dave.
It's always Dave's fault.
This is a common phrase in both of our households.
Welcome back to the Daves of our lives, where we talk about things that you may not want to know, may not need to know.
It's like the Seinfeld of podcasts, I've decided.
Yeah, it's a podcast about nothing.
It's a podcast about nothing. Sometimes we have subjects, but then we make it about nothing, and we talk about things that just fun.
Well,
we're just having fun.
Dave decides to bring up random topics, and then we just talk about it.
Here's the interesting thing. I never did drugs. And this is just how my brain works.
I did.
I did. I often have people that are like, Dave, so did you ever do drugs, like in your formidable years, 8th grade, 7th grade?
Did you eat paint chips as a kid?
Yeah, did you eat paint chips as a kid? And I just look at them and I'm like, no, I was homeschooled. I think that explains everything.
That explains everything.
Yeah. Those formidable years in life where other people beat you when you step out of social norms. 8th grade. that shapes people's lives. Yeah. I didn't go to 8th grade. And so I don't know where the social boundaries are.
Because they weren't beat out of you.
Yeah, I was just in my room.
Yeah.
Being unbeaten and learning school.
But you beat Uncle Slacker.
It was a mutual beating.
He beat you back?
One day we will talk about the incident.
Okay. The incident.
Let's just say there was an emergency room involved.
Oh, yeah. We need to hit that. There's
Teaser.
A couple
we'll
things.
Talk about it sometime in 2025.
Yeah. Well, before we get into it, so today we do have a topic.
We do have a topic. And we are.
It may not take up a lot of time, but we're going to talk about our local Facebook page, the news and info, the classifieds page, because it is a source of entertainment for all. I gotta wonder, like, people that comment on it, are they commenting on it intentionally for it to be entertaining? It's like the sugar-free gummy bears on Amazon.
Have you tried those?
No, but have you read the comments?
Oh, the comments are great.
The comments are hilarious.
Do you ever comment on the Brigham City Classifieds at all?
No, I just go to it to
Let me ask you this. On. If you're sitting in a room and there's 2 people arguing, let's say you're at a family dinner.
Sure.
Are you more likely to jump into the conversation and kind of, voice your opinion? Or are you the person that sits there and just kind of pokes at both of them and eats the popcorn and kind of just like laughs? Which one are you?
You're the second one. I can already
It depends on the subject.
Okay.
If I'm not super passionate about it, I'm going to eat the popcorn and I'm going to poke and just sit there and do that and be like, that's funny. I could see doing that in the comments where somebody's very passionate about something and you just sit there and throw some little wrench just to get other people riled up and fight.
I think I need to make an anonymous Facebook account just for that.
You should call it the Daves of our lives, because based off the number of subscribers we have, we're anonymous.
No, we are totally anonymous. We have 5 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing.
Yes, thank you for subscribing.
I bet one of them is our neighbor that listens to every episode, so thank you for listening to us. Whether you're clothed or not, we appreciate.
Yeah, clothing optional for listeners.
Is not optional for us.
It is not optional for us. That is true. So. And I would like to shout out to the 2 people who commented. The first comments we've ever got. I don't even know who they are. I thought they were Dave's friends. They're not my friends.
Yeah, we don't know you. Thank you for commenting.
Yeah.
What was the topic? It
was the pokes.
Oh yeah, the Facebook pokes.
That's the fact check.
That's the fact. Well, we got fact check in the comments. So
Yep.
fact check recap. Facebook pokes never went away. Dave was wrong.
Yeah. Now, should they have ever been there to begin with? That's a different topic. But they never went away. Although I did talk with Laura about this, and she said, waving at somebody, that feels okay. But poking somebody feels like you just walk up to somebody's social bubble and go. And it's a little too personal.
You're
like that
their
close
personal
talker.
Space. Yeah, the close talker. Man.
Yeah, that's what a poke feels like.
I would love to, we could review Seinfeld all day.
Do you have
Let's not,
something on Brigham Classified that you came prepared to talk about?
I do.
Or are you just going to live look something up?
Well, I have one that I'm prepared to talk about.
Okay,
and then
let's go over
as
that
you talk, we can live scroll and live react if you want.
And do live react. I do have one that I want to talk about that.
Okay. Well,
do
you
got
want
me really thinking
first?
about it. Huh?
Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
No. Live, paper, rock, scissors.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Are we doing rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
Yeah.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I go first.
Okay, you win.
Okay, paper wins.
Oh, that was intense. Best of three? Just joking. Go.
Dave O is going first.
Yes,
For those
Dave
that are you
O.
audio only, this is Dave O. Apparently our voices sound similar.
I didn't. Did you get that?
Well, somebody said that they sound a little similar, and they had a hard time telling the two of us apart.
Well, that's just because we're both two sensual voices.
We really should do voiceover. Maybe one of these episodes we dialogue a story or like a screenplay.
Or we could take turns doing impersonations. So it could be like, Dave, tell me what you think. The whole episode. That won't get
We just impersonate somebody else the whole episode?
like William Shatner type.
There's
like
something on the wing. Something on the wing.
Like, I got this one.
Go on, Dave. This is what you
I can't do Gollum.
Oh, come on.
I can't do Gollum.
You
win.
You could be like, squeaky squeak, squeakity.
I could do that one. Yeah,
you can do that one. Okay.
Squeakity squeak, squeaking. That one I can do. Okay. So another episode. Back to the Facebook classifieds. This is on the city classified. Oh no, this is on the city community page.
Community page.
So there's the community. There's the classifieds. There's news info. There's a bunch out there, but they're all entertaining. So somebody posted, and I will read verbatim. Had this fella in a camo jacket trespassing on our property tonight. Tried to go behind our house, but our dog alerted us. He walked across the street to the post office and took a pee in the dentist's office parking lot. Started yelling at me from across the street, then went behind the Alano Club. If you live in the West this street area, keep an eye out. I just informed the police, and they are in the area. Comments.
Wait, this is my first comment.
Yeah, what do you got?
How did you see him?
They posted a picture from their doorbell camera.
He was in camo. I thought the whole point was you're practically invisible.
He was invisible, but the
maybe
it was
the
infrared.
Jacket. They only saw like legs walking around or something.
It was a floating face.
Yeah, floating face. Also, I don't think we get that much excitement in our neighborhood. I think this is in a higher traffic area.
Yeah, definitely higher traffic area. First comment on this. Well, if the guy was really trying to well, let me read. Didn't spell it correctly. If the guy was really trying to trespass in your yard, that is a problem. Don't get me wrong, but your dogs bark all day and night at anyone that moves, and at night when the rest of your neighbors are trying to sleep. It's kind of annoying. I used to live in that apartment across the street from you. Maybe that guy was just trying to do us all a favor and tell you you're on your doorbell camera to tell them to shut up or change so we can get some sleep. Sorry, not sorry. Laugh emoji. Hands up emoji.
Here's the thing, Dave. Do you think this person actually lived there, or are they just?
I don't know.
Are they just like what
know.
I was describing, where you just go in and throw gasoline onto the fire, and you're like,
know.
maybe he was just trying to take care of your dogs.
the original poster, the original author of the post, responded, "You know that literally all of my neighbors beside and behind me have dogs, right? Most of the time our dogs are locked inside at night. Trying to go behind the town gun store at night probably isn't a very smart thing to do, considering my phone number is posted on my front door all over Google, and all that anyone that has an issue with the dogs is welcome to text me, and I'm happy to put them inside if they're going off."
Oh, so that person responded to it.
Yes.
So here's an interesting, this quick side story, but when we went to buy the house here in Brigham, we went and looked at it. The people that sold it to us, they put it on KSL. They were sell by owner.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of late at night, but they're like, yeah, that's no problem. You can come over and look at it. So we saw it. It was like 7, 8 o'clock at night. And it was around this time frame, like March.
Okay. So like early spring, late winter.
Yeah, so it was darker outside. And look at the house. I'm like, you know what? It's pretty nice. And I said, hey, Laura, the next day I'm at work, why don't you swing by in the daytime and look at it? So she took a couple kids with her, and she went over and she looked at it, and she called me back, and she's like, I don't know.
This is the house you're living in now.
This is the house we're living in now. She goes, I don't know. I was in the backyard, and the neighbors behind us and the neighbors over to the side both have dogs, and they're barking. And I said, okay. And she's like, the kids were with me. They're kind of being little turds.
She's like, I hate this place.
Like, yeah. I don't think the house is the reason why they're that way. They're just
yeah, you
children.
Can't blame this on the house.
You can't blame this on the house. And I said, here's the thing. Like, dogs come and go. Neighbors come and go.
Yeah.
We could find the perfect house and then have the worst neighbor move in right after we buy it. Not
That's
to say
true.
I want to move in knowing that I have a bad situation, but I said maybe the dogs will get used to us and stuff. Let's go over again and look at it. And we went and looked at it, and it was fine.
And everything was fine.
Yeah, she was like, the kids weren't with us this time, and the one dog is gone. The other dog died, and there's new dogs, and the one dog's really good, and the other dog is pretty quiet, and our dog's the one that barks.
Yours is the barker.
Well, and she's not fenced. It's not a fenced yard, so when we let her out, she usually is pretty quiet, but then if she sees it, she'll start barking, and we'll get back in, and bring her back in. We don't leave her out barking like all night long.
We leave our dog outside. She's got a heated dog house.
Yes.
Double wall insulated, so she's
living the life.
She's got comfort.
Yeah.
But she barks.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't like that my dog barks. Other people's dogs barking, fine. Don't care. But my dog, shut up.
Shut up, Luna.
It's like every night at like 9:15. I don't know who's out there walking or running. Good for you for getting your steps in, but my dog wants to join you so bad that she's barking, and I don't like that. Okay, another response. There's a lot going on around there. Before the election, some liberal, poorly educated, and un-American criminals destroyed his car. Destroyed it! It had to be dumped. They were acting like they were the very Nazis they call everyone else, destroying people's property based on their political opinion. The dogs are doing their thing because there are some shady characters around. And then the response to that was,
This one went way off the rails.
Yeah. This wasn't even a political post. Someone had to make it political. You had to go there.
I have it on good authority that the dogs' names are Trump and Biden.
Perfect. Another comment. You remember the original poster said that he's alerted the authorities.
Okay.
Someone just had a comment and say, "Call the cops."
that was the authorities.
The response, "Isn't that what he did? He said he did." I believe if you exercise your skill in reading for approximately 15 seconds, you may learn that the original poster may have just possibly done that very thing. How polite. Excuse me. Alrighty, enough shame. At least someone was trying to call him back. Yeah, I think that was those are the juicy comments. What else do we got? That was what I wanted to talk about.
That's what you want to talk about? Okay,
Yeah.
mine is less comical.
Oh, are you sure?
I mean, we'll make it comical because
Whoever
even if
has the
it's
bulldog, whoever has the bulldog has been warning us for 2 weeks. Bad joke. Thanks for the heads up.
Okay, so this is the post that I saw. Brigham City, Utah classifieds. Do not trust this lady. Big caps. She bugged me for days to come look at clothes I was selling. She finally said she was coming and took hours to get there. When she finally got here, she came in and took her sweet time looking at every item I have. She talked my ear off, and I was very kind while patiently letting her pile up everything she wanted to buy. She wouldn't stop talking to my kid, which was weird. But again, I was just kind so she could pick what clothes she wanted. After taking forever, she proceeded to tell me, I don't have any money. I guess I just wanted to look at some clothes. Caps. Like WTF.
WTF.
What a creepy, scary person to do that. I've learned my lesson to not let people come in my home when selling something. Letting you all know so you don't make the same mistake I did. I'm sure this isn't her first time creeping her way into people's homes. She then proceeds to post this lady's Facebook profile and her picture.
She doxed her?
So she doxed her, right? What are your thoughts on this, Dave?
Well,
without knowing much about it. I don't know either of these people, for clarification.
And it sounds like they didn't know each other either.
Yeah, just random people.
So random people connected on Facebook Marketplace. Is that what she said?
Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook
I think they're
Marketplace.
meeting in Brigham or something.
And this lady let this person into her home
to look at some clothing. The lady was talkative and talking with her young child.
How old was this lady? Like, was she like a grandma?
She's like a grandma.
She's like a grandma.
Yeah. And she has 932 friends on Facebook.
The quote unquote creepy
the creeper
lady.
She's a former secretary at Thykol, so the rocket place.
Oh yeah,
here.
so she's local.
And she went to Rick's College. And the last name that she has is actually the name of the school that shut down in Brigham where Golden Spike is. Which I think Bunderson, which I wonder if that's like,
so she's
is
got
that
family.
a more prominent name in Brigham? Does that have any sort of like relevance?
Yeah.
So I start reading through the comments because, of course, I'm like, whoa, this lady's really upset about this. And the fact that she posted her picture, I mean, there's gunshots fired.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that came to her defense.
To Bunderson.
They said, hey, I know this person. She's nothing but kind. I can't imagine that she would do that. That's so weird.
Well, even if she did, she wasn't doing it maliciously.
She just looks like an old grandma. And so I looked at the other person's profile. Looks like a young family, nothing weird. But it just makes me wonder, why would you post the person's face? Why would you put their information out there? Why wouldn't you just say, you know what? I had this thing happen. It was really frustrating. And I don't recommend bringing people into your home.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, Mrs. Bunderson, if you're listening and you want to come on the podcast and share your side of the story.
Oh, yeah, we'd be happy to have you on.
We'll have a straight up Jerry Springer one. We'll bring the other person too. Judge Jerry. And I just look at it and go, yeah, people do weird things all the time, but I'm a pretty friendly dude.
Yeah.
And
also pretty weird.
Pretty weird. Try not to be creepy. But, high-fiving little kids and hey, I got candy in my car. Do you want to ride?
Yeah,
all the normal.
I'm not sure, Dave, that's...
Is that not acceptable anymore?
I'm not sure if it ever was.
No, it was in Russia. Anyway. No, I do not do that. But, yeah, I'm just trying to be a nice guy and be a good neighbor, and I'm just an outgoing person. And so I told Laura, I said, this could be me as an older, I get totally older and maybe I'm losing it a little bit more and I'm just being me. I'm like, what a creepy old man. I can't believe that he talked to my little girl.
He talked to my little girl. Yeah.
Okay. Or she forgot her wallet and realized, oh crap, I guess I just wanted to look at the clothes. I think she was saying, my understanding of that comment is I would have said she was saying, I guess I just wanted to look at clothes because I don't have any money to buy. Not, but like, I forgot my money. I guess I just wanted to look at clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
It just feels like there's a lot of opportunity for grace.
Sure. Yeah. And I think that's the case with most things.
I don't like the pick on people culture. I don't like cancel culture.
Yeah.
I don't like
cancel.
bullying.
Yeah.
Online
Cancel
bullying.
culture.
Unless it's funny,
that's
then I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Why even post about that?
Here's the thing. If you have a good experience,
Yeah.
how many people do you think statistically you are going to tell about a good experience?
A handful, 5
It's
people,
like
but
one.
you're not going to do it online.
It's like one person.
Yeah.
Good experiences, you very rarely. How many people do you tell about a bad experience?
Everybody.
It's
The
on
internet
average,
apparently.
8.
So
So
you're
there's
talking
studies
like
on
actual
this.
studies.
Yeah, there's studies on this. So they say, hey, look, if somebody has a bad experience at your shop, you really don't want this publicity because they're more likely to go tell somebody. And I'm the same way. I'm the same way because people focus on the negative and stuff. I want to tell people about good things. But sometimes something happens and you're like, man, I need to tell. Soon you're the 8th person. This is the last person I'm going to tell. Then I can move on.
8 people.
8 people.
It's kind of a I don't know what I'm trying to say.
A significant number?
It's pretty significant.
8 people's a
You're
lot.
willing to tell 8 times as many people that you had a bad experience
Than one.
than the one person you would tell about a good experience.
I think it's just because human nature is we're more likely to look for things that are negative. We're trying to stay safe. We're trying to avoid problems.
Sure.
So what's the point of me telling you something good that happened other than being grateful? And it's a recipe for happiness.
Or to bring someone in on it, right? Like, hey, I listened to this awesome podcast. These 2 guys were talking about the negatives of sharing a negative experience. You should totally listen to them.
I did have a good experience, and I thought, should I tell anybody else? I went to Smith's.
Everybody.
Oh man!
Right now, the 5 subscribers that are listening.
Oh, everybody in Brigham. Dude, this is a shout out.
Shout
for
out
a company. We can be bought.
We can Smiths if you want to sponsor the podcast.
No, this actually isn't just about Smiths. This is about I would say it's a better shout out to the company. But I'm looking at Smiths, and we need to go get some eggs.
Okay.
And eggs right now, if I think people realize, they're kind of expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $6 for a dozen eggs.
I got sea seeds. If you need some sea seeds,
you need some sea seeds. $8. It was $6 for a dozen eggs. These were the Kroger brand eggs. Typically, that's what I buy.
$6.
$5.99. I'm looking
for 12
at it,
eggs.
For 12 eggs, 50 cents a piece. I think they're more expensive than soda. Than that Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it was definitely more expensive than this.
Yeah.
Pepsi.
Pepsi. We can be bought. Nothing's officially sponsored yet.
It's like people don't
very
even
expensive,
care.
right? So I'm looking at it and I'm trying to think, do I want to get some eggs or do I want to get some eggs? And I look up on the upper left shelf. I don't pay attention usually, but there's these cage-free, organic, they had all of these things on it that typically make it pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So it was Oakdale, which is a family-owned, run business. I don't know how big they are.
They distribute, like Costco distributes Oakdale eggs, right?
$3.60.
$3.60 for a dozen.
Yeah.
For the cage-free,
vegan-fed, and little brown eggs. They were the same size. They were the double A. One shelf down, a little bit to the right, there's similar eggs, like $9.
Oh my gosh!
And I bought 2 because they have a limit. I'm like, I'm going to buy these 2.
Yeah.
And
There's a
it
limit
wasn't
on
on sale.
eggs you can
It
buy?
wasn't advertised. It was just the regular price.
Oh,
I have no idea why. And I thought to myself, man, I want to tell my friends about this because it's such a good deal. But then I thought, no, they'll buy all my eggs. I don't want to tell them. So I don't know. They might have a similar strategy to Arizona tea, where their prices have gone up, but they're just like, we're going to maintain at 99 cents.
Oh.
All the equipment's paid for. We're privately held. You know, the owner has a lot of good reasons. And I think maybe Oakdale has a similar philosophy that maybe they didn't get affected as much by the bird flu, but...
You know what? You should probably post that on the Brigham City community page.
And see who fights me for it.
Yeah.
And I still want the eggs, Dave. Right now, the 13
So you're not going to share
have,
because you're...
I'm only sharing
is
it on
your
here.
secret.
This is my secret. Even the person, like, at the
go put a
cashier,
light
I
in your
said
chicken
something,
coop.
and she was surprised. I was like, these are only $3.60. They're not even on sale. And she's like, oh, that's a really good deal.
It's not a good deal. It's the normal price.
That's not even the normal price was like $2. I told Larry, I said,
That's the
this is a
inflated price. It's $3.60.
pivotal enough moment in my life that I might say, you know what? I'm going to keep buying from you. Even when the prices go down and the other eggs are cheaper, I'm going to keep
Still
buying
going
from
to keep
you.
buying Oakdale eggs?
I might. I'm thinking about it. If I can find out the reason why. And if the simple reason is they're family owned.
Fact
and
check.
We need to look into
We need
it.
to fact check this.
We're going to investigate.
We didn't do a
journalism.
fact check recap, but we'll do a fact check recap on Oakdale eggs.
Oakdale eggs.
So we need to do that.
Okay.
Find out why they've maintained their price where
I want to
everybody
understand
else.
why.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
All
If
right.
anybody in the comments wants to comment and knows what it is, let us know.
That'd be excellent. Okay, so there's like a knee slapper. Right?
Yeah.
So that's like a knee slapper.
That's a knee
It's a
slapper.
perfect knee slapper. However, if somebody says something that's not funny, why be a knee slapper? Why can't you just say their name and then slapper and everybody around them just beats them for a horrible thing? That comment right there would be a Dave slapper. Everybody
Dave
should
slapper?
just like...
No, I appreciated it, Dave.
You appreciated it?
I like
Yeah.
a good pun. A good
good
pun
pun.
is its own reword.
Okay, do you want to move on to the topic?
Yes, let's go. Okay,
Topic's going to be dark.
I've got another one.
Oh,
You
okay,
ready?
we're doing one. Oh, no, I meant the topic of the show. Or do you want to do more classified? I want a more classified.
Let's do another. Isn't this our? I thought this was our topic, the classifieds.
No, we were going to talk about divorce.
Oh, is that this week?
That was this week,
The
man.
Dave-orces of our lives.
The Dave-orces of
Oh
our
my
lives.
gosh. Okay, one more, and then we got to get to that.
Yeah, things get dark then.
Okay. All right.
And scandalous.
Here we go. There are so many comments on this. Someone posted on the Brigham City News and Info needing a left knee replacement. Who do you recommend? They went to the Brigham City News and Info to get their recommendations for this.
I'll be honest. If they had said right, I'd have an opinion.
But left? You have
Left, I don't.
No opinion on the left knee.
Like, sorry, I won't be able to donate. I'm
Very
sorry. I don't care how much of a match I am.
They didn't say I need a knee replacement. I need a left knee replacement. To be specific. Someone said all H's. Higby, Hoffman, Hickman.
All
Those are the
H's,
ones.
that's funny. Alliterations win. It
There's
must be
another
true.
two more for Higby, another for Dr. Hill, another for Hickman. Man, all H's. Really is all H's. I guess if you're in the Ogden, North Ogden, Pleasant View, Box Elder, Brigham City area, look for a doctor with the H.
Here's the thing is if you go onto their Google reviews, there's a certain element that the businesses do have some control over that. They can get bad reviews deleted
Sure.
if like people
Yeah.
spam and things like that, right? This to me feels like you're just getting a real honest opinion that can't be filtered by
Can't be filtered by the company.
the companies that are being recommended.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Man.
I mean, this is what
Hoffman,
you do at the town
Higby,
square.
Hickman. Do it. Another Hoffman. Wow, 4 in a row for Hoffman. Another for Higby.
Hoffman, if you want to come on the show and
yeah,
talk to us
Dr.
about
Hoffman,
how you
why
became...
are you the one that's being recommended for a left knee replacement, not necessarily the right? I want to know.
Yeah, I was like, how did you become an expert on just one knee? You might have to go to double the school to do both knees.
I am seeing a lot of recommendations for Dr. Hoffman. Okay, Dr. Hoffman.
We
what
can be
is
bought.
your first name? If you want to sponsor the podcast,
Do you want to sponsor the
we will
podcast?
talk about your knee replacements all day long.
A couple more years, I'm going to be talking about my hip replacements and our knee replacements, and
Yeah.
the weather must
We're
be
getting our
changing.
recommendations right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully you're around. If not, make sure your replacement.
Your replacement. I
Does a
wonder if
good
they
job.
do like layaway, because I feel like there's a couple life events that I should probably just start paying for now.
It's like pre-planning for a funeral.
Yeah, it's not the funeral. These are just
I
like,
need
I'm
to-
probably going to have like heart
It's called
bypass.
an HSA, Dave. It's
What?
an HSA.
It's an HSA.
That's what it is. You can do that. HSA,
But then I don't
tax-free.
have to worry about the stress if I can just pick somebody. Maybe I start buying gift cards now.
Yeah. Gift cards for your knee replacement.
Egg
I'm
vouchers.
stacking them.
I'm gonna buy egg futures at a discounted price.
You can,
Left knee replacement futures.
jeez, who knows what that's going to trade at behind those futures contracts.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you need a knee replacement, sounds like Dr. Hoffman is the man. At
Any
least
of
for the
the
left
H's.
knee.
Any of the H's got lots.
And there were Hoffman,
Not
Higby,
Hoffman's, but
Higby, Hickman. Hoffman was by far the most.
I don't know how many people listening need a left knee replacement.
Not now.
They need eggs, man. Okay.
Eggs, yeah,
Yolk-stale
okay.
eggs. That-
How do we get eggs tax free? That's what I
don't
want.
we just have chickens in our backyard?
Yeah,
and
but
they
your
lay?
income is taxed.
Your income is taxed?
Yeah, you got to pay income tax, and then what you're buying, all of the material, the feed, the coop. That's
So
all
did
after
you see
tax
the article? There was
'Cause
a
you can get a
town
knee
where
replacement.
they gave away chickens for free.
money. Ooh, where?
And
What?
The result of it, they gave away the chickens for free.
Okay,
Tons of people signed up for it,
okay.
and waste going to the landfill
Why?
because chickens eat pretty much anything.
Pretty much
There's some
anything.
things you shouldn't give them or
Yeah.
be more careful about, but for the most part, they're dinosaur goats.
Yeah,
Okay,
they'll just
so
eat everything.
So we just
And
just
what
have
they
an
don't
old
eat-
ice cream bucket, and
Yeah.
we just throw all
We
the
do
scraps
that-
in there. We
yeah.
do buy feed still,
Yeah, we do that too.
but we give them a lot of stuff. They eat
And
it.
then what they don't eat, they just end up like scratching the ground and turning, and then
it
you can
enriches
just
the
like
soil.
turn the soil,
Yeah,
and that makes sense. A lot less waste, especially green waste.
yeah. It was actually a net benefit for the city. The cost of the program versus the
What
cost.
city did you say this was?
Well, I don't know what city it was in. I read
They gave
some-
away chickens
They gave away chickens
to
It
all
was
of their residents.
to as many residents
Was
as
this
wanted
before
them.
the bird flu?
This was before the
pandemic?
bird flu.
So they've all killed them now.
They're all dead.
They're
now,
all dead.
probably. Anyway, yeah, no, it was actually a net benefit. For
Yeah, that makes sense.
the city. It was a cost reduction to have people take, because they would feed them scraps and they would get the eggs out of it, and then they didn't have to haul as much material to landfill.
Oh. Well, Brigham City, if you're listening,
Brigham City, late night
Brigham-
with Brigham City,
Brigham City Corporation, start giving the residents chickens.
free chickens.
I know there's a limit. See what you can do.
I have a couple things going to run for mayor of Brigham one day.
You're
And
gonna
now
run
I'm
for
going to add
office?
the chickens.
I could not run for office.
Well, I'm not saying that I could win.
No.
You're a citizen, Dave. You could run.
I smoked and inhaled though. I can't run for office.
Sometimes I wonder if I just went and like ran for justice of peace or something.
See what kind of like dirt people dig up on you.
No, just don't campaign at all, and just see how many people would vote for me because they're like, Dave Matthews, that sounds familiar. Check.
Do it.
And see if I could
do
win
it.
some sort of office.
Run for like, I don't know, a city adjuster or county adjuster or something like
Just
that.
something I have
Yeah.
no experience and no
Get your
reason
ballot.
to win.
Oh, get your name on the ballot for president.
There's actually this is an update.
Oh,
Not a
okay.
fact check, but it's an update.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
Okay, so last
Oh,
time we
yeah.
were talking, I said that anyone who sent me a friend invite, I'd accept, right? So someone,
Including Corey Chase.
yeah, someone sent me a friend invite, and it was a woman that looked about my age in a sundress.
Okay.
I'd say an attractive woman.
An attractive woman.
And it looks a little suspicious. Single. We don't have any mutual friends.
That's always weird.
It seemed weird.
It's weird.
I thought it was Dave O over here making a fake account and just messing with me so that we could talk about it on the podcast.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't Dave.
But...
I don't know who it was. So I looked at the little bit about the person, and they are following every Dave Matthews they could find. Every Dave Matthews in the country.
They're trying to find
following
all
the
Dave Matthews, aren't they?
So then I remember that, and I remember this from the dating online days, that you could reverse Google search people, the images.
Yeah.
And sometimes people use stock images. They're not them.
Yeah.
So I reverse Google search, and I find out that this person, it's not their name. They are an American porn star.
Oh,
now,
okay.
my reverse Google image search did not pull up anything crazy. I just got the name. It did not, surprisingly. I have enough filters on, I think.
Good job.
And then I went and read the Instagram. They have 2.9 million followers. So I reported to Facebook that somebody's using this person's image, fake name. The profile was maybe a couple hours old or something. So, asterisk.
Probably a bot.
I will not accept every single Facebook friend invite if you are a porn star, an OnlyFans
or impersonating
model, impersonating other people. Sundresses
so
are
there
now
are
out.
limits. There are limits.
There are limits. If my wife vetoes it, I will say no.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think you're at a point in your marriage where you should probably do that.
Yeah, which segues us nicely into...
Very nicely.
Divorce.
Join us for part 2 when Dave and Dave discuss Dave-orce. Or divorce. Let's go with Dave-orce.